a slow-motion suicide. Now, Italy is drawing a line in the sand, not against Islam, but against the collapse of national unity. And what's most shocking? They might be the first Western country to actually prevent it. Let's break down exactly what Italy did, how far it went, and why this may be Europe's last warning. April 2022. Sweden's prime minister stands before cameras with a confession that shocks the nation. Magdalena Andersson admitted that the Scandinavian country has failed. Segregation has been allowed to go so far that we now have parallel societies. We live in the same country, but in completely different realities. 2 decades, 20 years of watching communities form that answer to different laws, different values, different loyalties. Sweden's foreign-born population had doubled in 20 years. 1 in 5 Swedes now born outside the country, and by the time leaders admitted the truth, over 100 police officers had been injured in riots triggered by a single Quran burning. Gang violence had turned Swedish cities into war zones, bombings, shootings, entire neighborhoods where emergency services required armed police escorts, areas where Swedish law meant nothing and clan justice meant everything. The damage was done. France had an even bloodier reckoning. In October 2020, a teacher named Samuel Paty showed cartoons of Muhammad in a classroom discussion about free speech. Days later, he was beheaded on a Paris street by an 18-year-old who'd been radicalized through social media and mosque networks. The killer's family had been in France for years, integrated, everyone assumed. But when the moment came, he chose a different allegiance. Not to France, not to French values, to an ideology that demanded blood for blasphemy. And France erupted, not just in grief, but in fury at what decades of accommodation had built. The banlieues, the suburban enclaves surrounding Paris and other cities, had become no-go zones where French police feared to patrol, where Islamic religious law governed family disputes outside any court system, where women disappeared behind veils and walls, cut off from French society entirely. In 2011, France had been the first Western nation to ban the burqa in public spaces. The law passed with overwhelming support, but enforcement was spotty at best, and the parallel societies kept growing. Belgium and Molenbeek, a Brussels neighborhood that became Europe's jihadi factory. The November 2015 Paris attackers